Hey guys, Tony here, Creative Fish Studio, and I've been working on this Biocube that I picked up used on OfferUp, the app that's kind of like a Craigslist, but very photographic and a great way to find some used items. So I found this locally for a great deal and wanted to get it and take the rim off and make it rimless. And I thought it was going to be a pretty easy job, but it turns out it is not a super easy job. So I thought I'd show you what I had to do in order to get this rim off, to get this look here, which is what I wanted, because I'm going to put an A1 prime hanging up above here. So I'm out in the garage. You can see it's messy. I've been working, cutting stuff for the back to have a shelf. But before I went and finished all this up and threw everything away, I thought I'd do just a quick run through of the process it took to get this to come off like that, because it was not easy. Alright, so here's a list of the tools that I needed to get the top off. I needed a saw, a razor blade, brand new and sharp, and I used a piece of thin nylon string, but fishing line would have worked a lot better because you have to use it like floss basically. So I'll show you just quickly the process that I used. So starting here, I just took the saw and cut straight up and down along this line here to get an initial cut, going slowly, not to scratch the glass too much. Once I had that line, I used a little bit of it at this angle to get his top started, came over the top, and then swung it around and cut through that side. Now I had to do it for both sides, and once I had that done, I grabbed my razor blade, starting first with this one, but then so with the other one, I cut along the inside here to break free the silicone that was used, and then on this side I went up underneath and cut underneath there. Now the other thing I used, I don't know that it was necessary. I was trying to pry it off without having to do the process with the string here, and so what I did is I used a pry bar underneath this to kind of try and pry it free. And that got me a little bit of a gap here. You can see I was doing a water change earlier. Got my bucket still. Now what I did was I took the string and I got it in here, and you have to get it underneath. So you have it underneath, and then you pull it up underneath the plastic on this side as well. Get it to go under. Which is going to be hard with the camera in my hand. There we go. And then I took it and I, basically was pulling on each side like floss, working it down along here, because there's a bead of silicone right along the whole top, up on the underside here of this plastic. And you have to get that off. And once I got it all the way to about this corner, I was able to basically just pry it and lift it up until it broke off at this point here. And then I came to the other side, got that in there, and was able to get all of it off. And then I'm still in the process, you can see here, of trying to clean up the get that glue off of here, the silicone, and get it nice and clean and ready to put fish in it. So, or yeah, cycle it. I need to cycle it, but I've got a tank running already that I'm going to put in here that's already cycled. And so I'm going to use all of that media inside of this tank, so I should be able to get it pretty much ready almost instantly. So that's the process for doing that. I'll quickly show you. This was an old Oceanic one. It didn't have anything in it. Looks like they either intentionally melted that, or maybe they had a heater there. I'm not sure. But what I'm doing is I've got a media rack here that I'm putting in. Just using some of that egg crating or diffuser from Home Depot for fluorescent lighting. Got a little bit of media here. Ready to go in. I'm gonna, for now, use their little slide in. But up on my tanks over here, I've got some of the other stuff I'm gonna be putting in. So I've got the ChemiPure Elite. That's gonna go in, and actually I lied, the other stuff is actually over here. So I've got some Phosban here for phosphate absorption, and that's going to go in. There's a little baggie in here and some media. This will treat quite a bit. Lasts about month or so, 30 days before you want to change it out. So I'll have the bags on here that the water will filter over through. Probably bags of them on here, and then I think I'm going to do a sponge on the top. So I don't have a sponge right now, so I'll add that later. I don't think it's super crucial to get it at the start, but I probably will have it before I actually get it up and have time to do that, so we'll see. Anyway, that's just a quick look at what I've got going on here. My pump's in here. So I'm just using this Marine Land MaxiJet 1200 water pump. Pretty much not using any of the attachments. I did use this little filter kind of here to keep large particles from going up through, and then I'm just putting the hose right on. None of this extra attachment, just clip the hose right on up to the jet here, and eventually I'll get one that kind of moves and spins. But that's the simple setup that I've got going for this, and it's going to replace a 20-gallon that I have 2 clownfish in, Picasso clowns. So this will be their new home once we get it up and running. I've already got the rock and sand I'm going to use. It's in that 20 gallons, so like I said, it's pretty much just empty and fill and get it ready for the fish. So if you like this video, make sure you just jam on that thumbs up button. It's good to know when you like something. Subscribe if you want to follow along with this journey of this homegrown little aquarium setup and fish room I've got going on here and things that I'm learning. So keep taking care of those fish, and we'll see you next time.